Nak gini pun boleh juga. Ya, aku lipat kaki belah sini ke aku lipat belah kaki belah sini bawah. I am Muhammad Asyraf here is going to help us answer on insurance matters. So Ashraf,
Yes.
some Muslims find that insurance is haram, cannot take, is forbidden. So can actually a Muslim have insurance policies? If yes or no, why and how?
Right. Thank you so much for the question. It's rather quite a broad-based and also quite generalized question, and also it's actually most of the common received questions, as you know here, right? So to answer that question first, let us understand on why is it, or rather, what's the purpose of having an insurance first. First and foremost, namely, I would say is to reduce financial uncertainty. That's one, and also to manage accident loss, accidental loss in a manageable way, right? Now I can name a few things, but all in all, in conclusion, the whole thing of having the purpose of insurance is actually to have a peace of mind for the person. How a person can get the insurance is basically, we talk about a policyholder like myself and forms a contractual agreement between an insurance company. In case whereby anything happens to me, example in the case of death, critical illness, I succumb to an illness, the insurance company is obliged to pay a compensation towards the policyholder.
So Ashraf, as Muslim, as you already mentioned just now, on the gharar, maisir, or riba matters, then as a Singaporean Muslim, how can we be assured of getting a policy or insurance to protect ourselves financially?
From where we come from, we have a certain degree of backing whereby FIWA is supported by not just one but also two Sharia advisors. One is external, namely he's Dr. Prof. Akram Lalin from Israel itself, in which he's able to, at that level, to provide a fatwa. And of course, you know that not many scholars can provide. You have to be someone to actually provide that kind of level of fatwa, right? So the fatwa mentions that in the absence of a takaful product in Singapore. Now let me just, if I can bold this sentence, okay, I will bold it. Let me just put it in certain, in focus, right? In the absence of takaful product in Singapore, certain conventional insurance is made temporarily permissible to take up. Now the next question you might ask me, what are the products that's able to take up? Namely, term. Because why? It does not provide a cash value. That's one. The other one would be investment-linked policies, but with Sharia funds. Because in investment-linked policies, you can actually choose your funds rather than a whole life policy whereby there's cash value stated there, and also there's no way for a policyholder to actually choose where the fund goes, or rather where the fund invested. In fact, the insurance itself use that particular premiums that you pay to invest in certain asset classes that you might not know of.
So with these factors that is inside insurance policies like maisir, gharar and riba, right? Then what can Muslims take?
To answer your question, Muslims can only take takaful insurance.
What is takaful?
Takaful, to simply put it, is what is also known as Islamic insurance. Can I say a short definition? It's like the contracts involved does not consist of the three elements that I've mentioned previously, and also the contract adheres to the Islamic principles.
So now we know this. What to do if I have non-Sharia compliant policies?
Okay, before I answer this question, to those of you who are actually listening to this podcast or even watching this podcast, what not to do is actually, if let's say you found out that you're holding on to a non-compliant policy, please don't straightaway terminate or surrender your policy first, right? Do call us, contact us, because we are here to actually provide you with either insurance audit or rather a much more fairer kind of assessment to your non-compliant policies.
But it's non-Sharia, what?
Now, to answer your question, right? So there are certain things for a Muslim who's holding on to a non-compliant can do, right? First and foremost, you need to ask yourself. I mean, normally when I'm with a client who's holding on to a non-compliant policy, normally I will ask the client, right? Are you actually okay to let it go? Now, when it comes to let it go, or rather surrender, you whether is it a few $1,000s, it can. Now you have to understand it depends on when the policy, the fact that the policy is in. It can be in the starting, it can be the middle, or it can even be starting to break even. There are a few scenarios I can go with, but the simplest way to put it, if let's say the policy just started, you have to ask the person, are you okay to let it go? If it's okay, then we just need to find another plan. That's what I've mentioned previously, to go along with what the financial planning with the one who is okay to let it
So
go.
not okay?
Not okay.
Just now I said if you okay to let it go, then we go proceed with
Okay.
your
So it's not right. Okay.
solutions that is Sharia compliance lah.
Right.
But if not okay to let it
Okay.
go,
So if
maybe
not
because
okay,
it's losses.
right, good. So if not okay, I would say this is from our internal Sharia advisor, Ustaz Harun. He mentions about the concept of tadarruj, whereby you can still hold on to that policy until to the point that you are okay to actually mature. The policy is okay to mature enough, then you can then terminate or rather surrender policy, but take only your capital. Whereas the excess, for example, the policy mature at 50, your capital is 30. That 20K of excess, you need to what we call purify it. How do we purify it? You need to donate it to certain organizations anonymously.
So what other reason could a Muslim unable to let go of a policy even if it is non-Sharia?
So basically, if let's say that policy does gives you certain kind of protection against critical illnesses, and because at that point of time you took up, and right now you have that condition, right?
What condition are we talking about?
Pre-existing conditions.
Ah.
Yeah.
So before that they take up, they are healthy.
They're healthy.
Then right now
they are technically in substandard kind of condition.
So let's say if they were to let go of their policy, they may not be able to get a better one, or a Sharia compliant
Sharia one, or even a cost effective one, I would say.
So it's going to be expensive for them.
It's going to be much more expensive for you. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Asyraf. Thank you very much for your wonderful answers. I think we agreed that more or less what have we discussed, we covered about insurance and what's permissible, what's not, and what to do if it is not permissible for us Muslims in Singapore.